If you sit too long, you slouch a lot, or you're dealing with nagging pain, it might be in your neck, it might be in your shoulder, your mid-back, low back, or hips. There are 3 exercises that could fix everything. I've used them on thousands of patients, and I do them myself at home. The great thing is, no special equipment, no guesswork, just results if you do them consistently. Let's get to them. Exercise 1, the wall hinge hip with glute activation. Simple exercise, but not easy. Find a wall, take about a 6 to 8 inches step off the wall, hands on your hip. Visualize a stick from the back of your head down to your sacrum, which is the bottom part. You want to keep it stiff. There's no rotation of your pelvis or your lower back. Neutral position. All you're going to do is you need to visualize, let's say you're going to try to shut a door with your butt. You're going to reach forward, but you do this much more slower and controlled. We're going to come down, we're going to hinge at the hip, keep your back flat, pretend there's a pull through your hips that are rotating your upper body on top, and we reach back as you slightly bend and come up. And you're going to touch your glutes to the wall. You're going to feel your hamstrings engage, your glutes engage. When you come up, you really want to fire and squeeze. And it's very subtle, but it's such a great exercise for weak glutes, which contribute to low back pain, for hip mobility, for core strength, and postural stability and balance. Just start very slow in its form over range. You don't need to fully try to get down. Just really focus on keeping your neutral spine. You're pushing your glutes into the wall, and then come up and activate the posterior chain or your hamstrings and your glutes. Start with 1 set of 10 to 12 reps. And I hope you're doing it with me, because while this may look easy, it's not. You're focused, you have to think about the movement. It's gonna take some time to practice to get the movement properly. But like I said, the biggest things are making sure your spine's straight and a neutral spine. You're trying to hinge through your hip with a pull, visualizing going through one hip out the other, so you rotate over top of that, while at the same time you're pushing the door closed, so to speak, or into the wall with your glutes. On the upswing, you're going to activate your glutes and your hamstrings. Work on that exercise. That exercise alone might just change your life, because there's so much benefit to it. One last thing before we move on to the next exercise. If you found that easy, here's how you make it harder. Again, 6 to 8 inches off the wall, hands on our shoulders, and then we pull back, and keeping our shoulder blades engaged as we come up and keep our spine neutral. Hinge, push the door closed, and up. That simple addition of your hands to your ears with your engaged shoulder blades takes that exercise from simple and easy to much more difficult. So let me know if you like that addition as well. On to the next exercise, one of my favorites, the prone cobra with head nod. Very important. This does a lot of your postural muscles, your deep cervical flexors, your thoracic spine, so it helps with that hunched forward posture. And let's do this together. We're gonna lie face down, hands to our sides. We start with pulling our head up, and visualize our head being pulled with a string this way, long. We pull up our thoracic spine and our hands, thumbs up, point, and we hold. You might want to put your toes to support yourself. Fire your glutes a little bit. Hold this for as long as you can, up to 30 to 60 seconds. Some you might have to come down and rest. Plant your feet. You can plant them like this. I prefer on my toes, but if you have a toe issue, you won't be able to do that. Tuck your chin, visualize it being pulled this way. Chest comes off a few inches. Arms engage, rhomboids, and hold. Thumbs as high as you can get them. It's externally rotating your arms. And you come down. Again, that one looks easy, but I do this quite frequently myself because it's such a good exercise. It is challenging. And challenging exercises, you need to make them challenging. Don't cheat, don't make it easy, make it hard. Let me do this one more time with you. Chin tuck, visualize your head being stretched by a string, plant your toes, engage your glutes as you pull up your chest, arms come up and thumbs go up, and you squeeze your shoulder blades together, holding while visualizing your head being pulled by a string, and hold. Do not hold your breath. Breathe nice and slow and hold. Really squeeze. And if you need to, take a breath. That is exercise 2. I got one more exercise that's going to tie all these together that's going to help fix everything. And for the final exercise, we're going to be on all fours. I'm doing this on a yoga mat, but even the one before, you can do these on a bed if you need to, just if you have problems getting on and off or up and down off the floor, or you have knee or hip issues, make it a bit softer on a bed. This is the quadruped rocking with reach. So all fours, keep your spine neutral, breathe normally, and all we're gonna do is rock back until you start to feel your lumbar spine go into flexion or out of neutral. You're gonna hold that, and you're gonna take one step to about 45 degrees and reach. Hold for 10 seconds. And come back to neutral. Rock back up and back into the position. Shoulder width, actually your knees should be further than shoulder width apart. And then we're gonna walk over to the other side. Again, you're gonna feel this in your lat on the side that you're reaching. And you're gonna hold that for 10 seconds. And we're gonna come back to the center and up. I'm gonna do one more. Rock back into the hips. Reach, and just maybe another inch or two when you get there. You're gonna feel this through your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes, your hips, your mid-thoracic spine, your neck as you hold your head up, as well as your back muscles like your latissimus. And back to the center and up. Start with one set of 10 reps because it will take a bit longer as you walk through the rock back as well as each side. Take your time with it. Feel the muscles that are needing to stretch or active. Feel your hips, walk through in your head what you're trying to release, and just be very slow and focused on the movement. I know that if you do, you're gonna feel it, and as I said, this will help fix so many issues. These 3 exercises, if done consistently over a period of time, they're not just workouts, they're nervous system resets. They're gonna make you feel taller, stronger, they're gonna fix those nagging pains and aches that you feel on a day-to-day basis, and they're just gonna break the pattern of you sitting if that's what you do for most of your day. Let me know in the comments which one you like the best. Is there any other ones that you love? Put that there too. I love answering your questions, so please ask and I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you're new to my channel, maybe you consider subscribing so you can be informed when I upload new videos. If you want a little bit closer connection with me, maybe consider joining as well. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Until then, stay well.